Thank you very much, Professor Rika and Dr. Aziz. And yeah, very good. Is it still morning? Yeah, very good morning and a warm hello to Pak Baron, Bu Merijo, Prof. Bambang, Prof. Panut, and others. Thank you for joining us. And it is, as it is mentioned by Professor Soenarto, that it is our culture that we always work in a teamwork and transdisciplinary and trans-ages. I'm still one of the youngest, and I'm inviting you, the other that younger than me, Dr. Dr. Vika. Yeah, here is Dr. Vika, and this is 3 generations, right, Prof. Rika? Yeah, I am the youngest, and then followed by Prof. Rika, and then she is the best youngest. Yes, please. Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity for me to share with you on UNESCO chairs in bioethics in UNESCO. And so I would like to invite Dr. Vika, because she works hand in hand very tightly from the very, very beginning. We developed the proposal. So please, Dr. Vika, start with your sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Yati. It's been an honor. Prof. Yati and Prof. Nato and Prof. Rika has always been very supportive for us, the younger generation, and they always encourage us to grow and develop and find our way and make contributions, and always give the opportunity for us to develop better and contribute for the center. And this is one of the example of how our seniors are always encouraging us to also take the part in all of the events. And yeah, we are bracing ourselves to share and start speaking with their encouragement. And thank you for the opportunity and the introduction from Prof. Rika and Prof. Yati. And I would like to speak on behalf of the chair, UNESCO chair on bioethics at UGM team, because we are working and proposing this project since the beginning in a teamwork, because we have so many members, and we are honored to have so many collaborators, and also very supportful staff here at the center and the UGM and Faculty of Medicine. So without further ado, I would like to try and share with the audience and everybody here in the event about what is actually that we are going to work, that we are planning on working for the UNESCO chair on bioethics at UGM. So as has already been mentioned and informed by our previous speakers today about the UNESCO chair, and we are honored to have Mr. Irakli also explaining about what is UNESCO chair and how it is the project and the activities around the world globally. So this is also our interest here at CBMH, that we would like to work in a sustainable long-term partnership with UNESCO. And so we found that this scheme, the mechanism of UNESCO chair, suits our objectives really well, where it's a project and a team at a university or a higher education or research institution that partners with UNESCO in order to advance knowledge and practice in an area that is a priority for both the institution and UNESCO. So this clearly fits well with our objectives, where we believe that bioethics is, should be one of the core topic or subject needs to be learned here in Indonesia, and particularly our context in health and medicine. And so with the opportunity that is mentioned in the UNESCO chair guideline, that it can be established within an existing university department to strengthen teaching or research programs in a particular field within the domains of competence of UNESCO, and to increase their international dimensions. So we believe this also fits well with the intention and interest of our university and our institution here in Indonesia. So that's why we feel like this is a very good momentum and opportunity for us to take. Next slide, please. So in our knowledge, to our knowledge, UNESCO chair in Indonesia, we are going to be the second, because the first one, we already have UNESCO chair in Indonesia, is in the University Pancasila, Jakarta, and it works in a field of communication and sustainable development, established in 2016. And so with our attempt, and thankfully, we have a very proud result and commitment from the UNESCO mandating to us. So we are going to be the second UNESCO chair in Indonesia. Hopefully we will be able to finish the process administration and formally establish maybe later in the end of the year 2020 or 2021, but we are not worried at all about the process. We are just very grateful and thankful for the support. We're going to be the second UNESCO chair in Indonesia, and especially for the field of bioethics. To our knowledge, in globally, UNESCO chairs on bioethics were already established maybe as many as 13. And so we are going to be the 14th. And we believe we will be the first in the Asia Pacific region. Oh, yeah, the dots for Indonesia is just coming up now. Yeah, so we are there in the Asia Pacific region. So we are going to be, we believe we are the first in that area for UNESCO chairs on bioethics. Next slide, please. Okay, so we are waiting for the slide to load. I believe after this is about the project title. Yes, thank you. So what we decided to highlight for the project, because it's a 4 years project, 4-year-long project, we are going to make sure that we work to accelerate bioethics development in Indonesia and Asia Pacific, because we believe the importance of networking and collaborating. It would be impossible to develop and accelerate bioethics development without working together hand in hand. So we believe if we do the work in Indonesia, it's going to also make contributions in the Asia Pacific. So we really do hope that we can work together with any bioethics units or teams here in Asia Pacific and of course globally. And so as we have mentioned, that we will probably be able to start in 2020, but all of the work for the bioethics development at the Center for Bioethics that we are doing now is still continuing. And so it's just a matter of time and a formal documentation where we can label our program as included in the UNESCO Chair on Bioethics of UGM. So the chairholder that already approved by the UNESCO is in line with the encouragement for women leadership. We believe that Prof. Yati Soenarto is the candidate and the one person that suits this criteria very well, with her background and expertise, and also contribution in science development and the impact on the society and health as really unquestionable anymore. So we believe that her leadership fits well and will take this project into a better result later in the future. And as an executive unit, so the Center for Bioethics and Medical Humanities at Faculty of Medicine would be maybe serve as the core executing unit or team, but we will be working together with other units in the university, the faculty, and as well as national level and regional level. And so why do we believe that we need to work on accelerating bioethics is because of the situation and the need. So in our context where we all are aware about the rapid growth of science and technology, the interaction of human and society, it's bound that the science and technology development will bring consequences for humanity. And it is foreseen that it is going to make the rise of the bioethics issues. And in our context, Indonesian, where we are a diverse society, the complex dynamics and interaction in variety of aspects in life is also a potential for conflicts to rise. And this require multidimensional or bridging approaches. And here we believe that bioethics have the role and have the contribution to participate to bridge the need, the dialogue, and the communication between societies. And so the bioethics discourses and approaches is a very fundamental need here in our context. However, we do acknowledge that there's gap in responding to the need, in which the bioethics expertise and development pace in Indonesia, or maybe in Asia Pacific, is not yet as expected, or not yet keeping up with the pace or the speed of the growth, science and technology, and the society dynamics. And so the bioethics development is, in conclusion, need to be accelerated. Next slide. And we see the opportunity, the momentum that also going to support our project is that the bioethics relevance or contributions are in line with the SDGs. Recommendation number 4, specifically about ensuring inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. So the domain of this project is also in accordance to the 2014 and 2021 midterm strategies of UNESCO, especially the 6th strategic objective, in which promoting ethical principles and inclusive social development. And last but not least, we do see the need of Indonesian Medical Education Act mandating the bioethics education for health professionals. It's also one of the fundamental opportunity or momentum that propels our effort in pushing forward for this acceleration of bioethics. Next slide, please. And we believe that our modality here, because we are in UGM, the Universitas Gadjah Mada, our root and role as the nation's first university established by Indonesian government, we believe it will be advantageous for us to move forward with collaboration and networking, and also engaging with the community and the nation. And our Center for Bioethics, we do have experiences in contributing for bioethics development in Indonesia, which we can see in the milestones. Next slide, please. Here we can see the progress of the contribution of the center, and also working collaboration with the UNESCO is already a long-term relationship. So starting in 1997, working together and collaborating with the Harvard faculties, Prof. Byron and Prof. Marijo, our lifelong partners in the bioethics. And until now that we succeed in being accepted as the UNESCO Chair on Bioethics of UGM, is also related to the long-term connection between our center, especially by Prof. Nartos appointed as the IGBC UNESCO in 2003, and also as IBC UNESCO Paris, one of the 36 members in the world in 2006. So it's a very a good opportunity and modality for us to push forward, and this makes us very confident in pushing forward our objectives to be realized. Next slide, please. And so the objectives of our UNESCO Chair project that we will do in the 4 next years, we will focus on these 4 areas where we are going to accelerate the growth of bioethics education in the higher education context through the integration of education across disciplines and the postgraduate program expansion to international level. We will talk about this, we will mention after this the details of the program, but the area of objectives, the first is in higher education, and then the second, accelerating application of ethical research. So in the field of research, we believe that it will start from the UGM, but we are going to continue the national level for advocating the ethical research. And then we also believe that fostering the community empowerment and public awareness on bioethics issue is also going to make a huge issues and importance, where we wish to enable the public accessibility to ethics support and services. And then the 4th area is to ensure the sustainability of the bioethics institution itself. So we hope to strengthen the Bioethics Center of Excellence to sustain the bioethics growth in Indonesia and Asia Pacific region. So the project summary, we are going to integrate bioethics education into various studies at higher education or university level. The second area, we are going to apply the research ethics in every field of studies. And the third, we are going to empower the community through bioethics related issues. And then the fourth, we are going to ensure the bioethics institution sustainability. So that's basically the summary of our project activities. So here we are sharing a glimpse of our program in higher education area. We plan to strengthen the bioethics education in medical schools in Indonesia. So this is an already ongoing activities and contribution from our center. But through this bioethics UNESCO chair, we hope to strengthen further that we also reach the national level to make a standard of competence or formulation of bioethics for health professionals. And then we're going to also promote bioethics education for various disciplines at UGM. And the third, we're going to push for the internationalization of bioethics master program at UGM, which we already have now, and we are currently at our third year academic, third batch. And we are hoping that in the future, we are going to be able to open the international class for this master program. And then we can continue to the research area. We are going to promote research ethics for researchers from any disciplines, not just health discipline. But we also have the mandate, we also have the request that we need to support the development of research ethics committee at various disciplines at university level. And then we also plan to provide ethics support initiative for strategic research project. And we plan to also improve research on bioethics related issues. So this is actually the very basic need that we need to push and aim for better empirical bioethics research. Next. And the bioethics for the community, we plan to advance the development of bioethics consultation services, which we already provide for the clinicians at the hospital at the request basis. And then we are going to work on the community education through public accessible bioethics information and discussion platforms. And then we are going to empower and advocate for stateless and vulnerable community, because we believe this is really where the population which needs to be helped in amplifying their voice and then being supported in their life. And the fourth area for bioethics institution sustainability, we really wish to be able to do a lot of capacity building of faculty members. I'm running out of time. I will be quick. This is probably the last slide. Capacity building for faculty members is a very pressing need. We need more bioethics experts here in Indonesia. And we would like to initiate bioethics professional society and formal recognition so that we have some sort of community where we can exchange ideas between bioethicists or ethicists or ethics practitioners. And then we would also optimize our flagship program. And then, of course, we cannot leave behind to find the mechanism to support the funding or financial for the bioethics development sustainability. And so we are currently at the stage of moving towards the agreement signing between UNESCO and the university. And we are not worried at all with this because this is going to take time, but we are going to get there, and we have already get the support from everybody, so we are very thankful. I think I will end the presentation now. I will return to the moderator. Thank you for the opportunity, Prof. Rika, Prof. Yati, and all.